Everybody online makes buying your first home sound weirdly easy. Like you wake up one morning, download Zillow, drink a coffee, and suddenly you're holding keys standing in front of a perfect white colonial with a wraparound porch. Yeah, no. Buying your first home in Massachusetts can feel confusing fast, especially in 2026. Interest rates changed, inventory's tight in a lot of areas. Taxes matter more than people expect, and half the advice online sounds like it came from somebody who bought a house in 1996 for the price of a used Honda Civic. So if you're thinking about buying your first home anywhere in Massachusetts, especially around the South Coast, I want to walk you through the stuff that actually matters. Not the fake HGTV version, the real version. And honestly, I wish more people understood this before they started house hunting, because I've watched buyers waste months stressing themselves out for no reason. The first mistake people make, looking at houses before talking to a lender. Please don't do this to yourself. I'm serious. Because Zillow confidence is dangerous. You'll spend 3 straight nights convincing yourself you're buying a waterfront house with a chef's kitchen, and then the lender calls and says your budget is closer to small ranch near Duncan. Humbling experience. And honestly, getting pre-approved early makes the whole process less stressful. You stop guessing, you know your numbers, you know your monthly payment range, and know what's realistic. That changes everything mentally. Now, another thing first-time homebuyers don't realize, your mortgage payment is not the only payment. Massachusetts loves reminding people of that. Property taxes matter, insurance matters, utilities matter. Heating costs matter a lot here, especially if you're moving from somewhere warmer. I had a buyer relocate from North Carolina, and after their first oil bill, they called me laughing like a maniac. That was their coping mechanism. And older New England homes can surprise people too. You'll tour a beautiful house from the outside, then open the basement door, and suddenly it looks like George Washington built the plumbing himself. That's why inspections matter. A lot. And during the crazy market years, people started waiving inspections left and right trying to win houses. Honestly, some of that got reckless, especially with older Massachusetts homes. These houses have history, sometimes charming history, sometimes why is this wire connected to that history? Now, another thing people underestimate is how fast good homes can move around here, especially homes priced well. You can't always think about an offer for 6 business days while sending listings to 17 family members for emotional support. I've seen buyers lose houses because they waited too long trying to decide if the kitchen backsplash was their style. Meanwhile, somebody else bought the house. Done. And honestly, first-time buyers need to stop obsessing over perfection. Your first home probably won't be your forever home. That's normal. People online act like every first house needs dream kitchen, perfect neighborhood, huge yard, walkability, water views, low taxes, updated systems, and somehow still affordable. That house does not exist, at least not in Massachusetts. Most buyers start building equity first, then upgrade later. That's the smarter mindset. And location matters more than the cosmetic stuff anyways. You can repaint walls, you can't move the house. Now let's talk about down payments, because this confuses people constantly. A lot of first-time buyers think they need 20% down. You don't. There are loan programs with lower down payment options, first-time buyer programs, assistance programs. The problem is most people never talk to professionals early enough to learn what they qualify for. So they spend years assuming they can't buy. Meanwhile, they're paying somebody else's mortgage and rent every month. And look, I know buying a house right now feels intimidating. I get it. Prices feel high, rates feel annoying, the economy feels weird half the time. But waiting for some magical perfect time usually keeps people stuck. And here's what happens. People wait, then prices rise, or rates shift, or inventory tightens, or life changes. And suddenly, the goalpost moves again. I've seen buyers spend 4 years trying to perfectly time the market instead of just getting into the market. There's a difference. Now, one thing I love about first-time buyers around the South Coast, once they settle in here, they usually build a life fast. You find your coffee spots, your beach spots, your local takeout place, your shortcut roads locals use that GPS never recommends. And eventually, the house stops feeling like the property you bought. It feels like yours again. That's the cool part. And honestly, that first closing day hits different. Everybody acts calm at the closing table, but inside they're panicking and excited at the same time. Completely normal. If you are thinking about buying your first home anywhere in Massachusetts and you want to figure out where to start without getting overwhelmed, send me a message. I'll walk you through the process without making it feel like a finance seminar. And subscribe because next week I'm going to talk about the biggest mistakes people make when moving to South Coast Massachusetts.